Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the first couple of weeks of October 2022. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list if you don't already have it. If you want to reach me by phone, it's a separate process. So make sure you're registered at bill per call, request a callback. If I don't get back to you that day, I'll get back to you within a 7-day time frame. Also be sure to check me out on Patreon for monthly Venus sign readings, and check me out on TikTok. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Lovers. We have the Eight of Wands. We've got the Hermit. We have the Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, the Devil, Five of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like the overall energy is talking about some sort of significant connection that you have with someone, or maybe this person hasn't come into your life, but you're getting ready to come into contact with them. I feel like, especially if you're single, I feel like you've been guided. I feel like you've been doing some sort of soul searching, and your spiritual path has guided you towards this connection. And I see that whoever this is, it just feels like maybe you had like an amazing conversation, or it just seemed like things were starting to move really quickly between the two of you. I do feel that this person may have come into your life for a reason, and the connection itself maybe even serves a higher purpose. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a relationship with this person, but it does indicate that you know, someone caught your attention for a reason. For some of you, this will be much deeper than that. For others of you, this is just some sort of encounter that you had with someone, and you know, they just left an impression on you. I do feel too that I do see strong energies here though. Like you are maybe currently in contact with someone. It's either two separate connections that you're going to have, or one connection that has like a dual purpose. So it's possible that some of you are meeting with someone who maybe you feel is like either a twin flame, twin soul. You know, either way, this person is like a reflection of you, but in a good way. It's like someone is a reflection of your higher self, all the things that you feel you deserve in a companion. But I can see already that at some point, you know, either if it's the same connection, eventually you'll realize that it may be difficult. There may be some sort of unresolved karma that needs to be fulfilled, and realizing that, you know, this is the purpose, is some sort of karmic agreement that needs to be fulfilled. And for some of you, it could turn unhealthy or toxic. I don't like calling everything toxic. It just means that something could be difficult in a situation, or it's just a heavy burden. Maybe someone turns out to be very clingy or codependent or obsessive, just wants to be joined at the hip with you. And maybe you're an independent person, you're used to doing things on your own, and here comes this person and they're just like consuming your life. They want to know all about you, what's all about your day. They, you know, it just can become too much. So, and it does look like either way, I feel that you are about to get trapped. You know, this is some sort of spiritual bait. Like someone is meant to grab your attention strongly so that you'll stay together for whatever reason. I do feel like sometimes the obsession is needed to learn the purpose of a relationship. But in turn, it always ends up, leading you back to who you are, trying to understand parts of yourself. And so I feel like this is why this person is coming into your life, to further assist you on your spiritual path. And you're just basically going to learn more and more about who you are, what your needs and desires are, the things about you that are pleasant and not so pleasant, things that you can do without, things that you know that you definitely need going forward. So you're going to learn some things about yourself through this connection. Now, the other thing is that, like I said, maybe it's two separate things happening. On one end, you're having like this beautiful, loving connection. And then on the other end, there's another person coming towards you. And this person is more so jealous and, mean-spirited, or toxic. So yeah, depends on your situation. Yeah. Something else I was getting to though. Yeah, another red flag is that, especially looking at these energies here, is that one of you is already taken or in a commitment, and then there's like this third energy stepping in. If it's not a love triangle, then it still means that there's going to be a third energy attached to this relationship. So we all know what a love triangle is. It could be that, or it may be, if it's the other, where it's just a third energy, it could be that someone has a special needs child, or maybe someone has a parent that is obsessive or stuck in a relationship, or maybe someone has more than one child, but you love them to pieces, so you know that they come with the package, but that's going to be a burden. And I'm not just talking about like, one child. It could be like I said, like they have several children. But because you're so attracted to this person, you love them, then you're wanting to know the children, but it's not going to be easy. And even if it is one child, something about it for you is still coming off like a burden. Either maybe because you don't like children, or never thought you would date someone with children, or maybe you feel like, oh, they come with a baby's mom, that's going to be a problem. And that could be it too. It could be that they have like a baby's mom who's mean-spirited, or just wants to be consistently a part of the family, and is always using the excuse, well, I'm the mom, so I get to come to this too, and I get to come to all the family holidays. Maybe they're not the nicest person. And I only say that only because it's, this isn't just the nicest card to be next to. So it could be that. And I also feel like part of the purpose of this connection that you're having with someone is because it's simply a manifestation of your lower desires, your lust. Maybe your lower chakras needed this. Could have been out of alignment. Lower chakras, like, okay, you always focusing on the higher chakras. What about me? Like, I got needs too. I'm down here. So maybe there's a reason for that. It's always a reason. I feel like if you are wanting to understand about spirituality, you have to look at both sides. You can't just look at all love and light things. And this is just saying right here in itself, it's like, this is darkness, this is light. They both exist together. I don't know some people say stuff like they can't coexist together. I don't know who says stuff like that, but they do. And I'm sorry, my Saturn in the first will have me saying things harshly sometimes. Some people don't like that, but it is what it is. All right, so let's see what else going on with y'all. I do feel that eventually you are going to get back to a place where you decide that maybe you need some time alone. You need to focus on yourself. Your health is more valuable than, you know, giving it to an energy vampire. And maybe that's something that you needed to realize. Maybe you don't realize your worth. So whatever the case, I do feel like there is a lesson attached to your love life. And maybe it's not, maybe it's always happening like that for you. Then, you know, at some point you have to recognize that maybe you're a healer. You know, there's something in your birth chart that's always bringing these wounded souls to you. And I do feel like sometimes you do have to have thick skin, you know, just living the spiritual life. Things aren't always going to be easy for you. If you've been waiting to hear a response from someone, I feel like you're going to hear it. I do feel like you should approach someone with caution and be prepared. I feel like you need to guard yourself before you enter into a relationship with someone. I do feel like you need to be spiritually protected too. I feel like everything is about awareness. You know, spirituality is about awareness as well. Sometimes it's not about like getting rid of certain things. It's more so understanding and being aware of it, knowing how to use things or transmute them to a lighter energy or something that will bring you peace. So I hope this is making sense to y'all, but I do feel like people are needing to understand that, you know, dark and light are part of this world. It just is. Ooh. Now, also, I kind of feel like someone is playing around with some sort of spell work. And if it's not you, it definitely could be that someone is doing something trying to bind you to them. I think this came out in the Aries, the Venus sign reading. I feel like I'm hearing the name Harlow or something. Starts with an H. Okay. I'm getting the energy of someone kind of like wanting to, they want to have some sort of power over you, want to have some sort of control over you. I feel that you have to stand up to this energy, especially if you know what you signed up for, you know who you're dealing with. Then I feel like you really need to set boundaries with them. They're going to challenge you. This is someone who you're going to have to stay on top of it with them, because they'll straighten up for a little bit and then gradually start easing back into old habits. You know, it's the same as you telling somebody don't do this or don't touch this, and they're like, okay, I won't touch it. And a few days go by and they haven't touched it, but they keep looking at it. The next few days they're standing by it and a little too long, and then by that, you know, fourth, fifth day they're touching it again. So it's like something's going on where you just have to stay on it. This person will always challenge you. They will always go back to their old ways. And so if you're up for that because you love this person, you feel like it's your other half, then so be it. That's just know what you're getting into. If not, understand the lesson and get out of it, you know. But yeah, this is a strong energy that's trying to come through, and this person's dominating. And I was also getting that this person is coming off as liking to collect their prizes. And I know that even sounds dark in itself. So yes, be cautious. But more so like they feel like, oh, you belong to me. You know, so I get to say and tell you what you can and can't do or whatever. And then it's like once they have you, they don't want to get rid of you. Kind of like, I don't know if you've ever met a guy, or guys, you might be like this yourself. I don't know who's watching. But met a guy who stays friends with all of his exes, like all of them. It's just like, oh no, we still friends. Like I might need something from them. Does she own a business, or you know, she got connections from me. Oh no, I stay in contact with her because blah blah blah. Like it's like an asset to them, and it doesn't matter after the breakup. They still feel like there is something valuable, so they're like they keep them close. And so you might be dealing with that type of person. So if you have thick skin, then, you know, by all means. But if you don't have time for that, then just know. I do feel like this person will challenge you, because I feel like both of you might end up becoming distant because you're trying to prove a point. They stand on their beliefs and you stand on yours, and then it gets to a point where nobody's talking. Now, the other thing I'm getting is that the lighter side of this story is that you may find someone that you really enjoy, you're really close to, and you and this person are in love or whatever. And then there is someone around you that is, you know, basically just envious and has mean things to say, feels like, you know, they should have been with this person, doesn't understand what they see in you, you know, stuff like that. And you might be dealing with that type of energy if your relationship is happy and good. So those are the main two energies I'm getting from your situation here. Yeah. So for some of you, some of this petty or spiteful energy could be coming from an ex who sees that you've moved on, or you met someone, you're falling in love. They might be, you know, either trying to cock block you from being happy. They also could be the ones doing some sort of spell work, trying to stop people from coming into your lives, or break people up, doing breakup spells. Or they're just bothering you and standing your energy and won't leave because you're happy. So your situation could play out either way, but hopefully something has helped. All right, so you guys make sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, thank you guys for watching.